But I think that then there's the more technical part of it, which was I really learned how to apply myself, how to use my brain, how to discipline my mind, and how to study. And now, you know, when I sit, I'm very good at sitting with a script, breaking it down. I'm also good at organizing all the things around me, like what do I have to do to prepare for a role, what, you know, and not just sitting in the reading and that preparation, but everything that has to happen and how to make everything work together, or whether it's the career more generally, not just a role. And I often notice as I'm doing it, I think, God, this is what I picked up when I was studying law, you know, so definitely that type of study, and then also just the life experience that came with that. I wouldn't change a day that I ever had for the world.
But then I think,
except when I robbed that bank. That was stupid.
Yeah, you were a kid.
I was a kid. I was only 29. My first day of filming, my first day in theatre, actually, was with Stephen Berkoff. I don't know if you know him, but he's a writer, director in London. And he had us all get up with our scripts, and he put wooden stakes in our hand, and he had us all run at the same time, and stop and turn, and stop and turn. And one of the guys next to me stuck his wooden stake in my eye, and it almost took my eye out, and I had a bruise and a lump in my eye for about 2 weeks. That was my first day professionally as an actor. My first day professionally on film was with Mrs. Brown, and we filmed in the freezing cold, and I had to go to the toilet outside, and it was so cold that I couldn't stop, and everybody was waiting, and I was like, I'm so cold. And finally I went and basically got hypothermia, myself and Billy Connolly, because you got to understand how cold it was, and we were naked the whole day, and then we had to take all our clothes off and run into the sea. Yeah, no, you wouldn't have wanted to see me in this day, trust me. Trust me, it was really cold, you know what I mean? And we had to run into the most foreboding, disgusting sea. And we ran, and then they'd call cut, and we had to turn around. And there's a whole camera crew looking at us, and we're completely naked, and of course shriveled up like this, and we're like... Okay, have a laugh. All right. Can I talk about that here?
I was wondering if Gerard got a good script he believes in, would he act in it even though it's a low budget?
No. Well, as long as it wasn't in Kuwait, I might consider it. No, I'm joking. No, yes, absolutely I would. In fact, a couple of the, you know, Tim was just asking, we were talking about producing, and a couple of the movies that I'm producing are both, or two of them are low-budget movies, and one of the ones, in fact, the next two movies I'm about to do, I'm going to get paid about 10 cents for. But they're both really interesting projects. One of them, I think we already talked about, which is Coriolanus. It's a Shakespeare play being adapted into a movie, and Ray Fiennes is going to direct it. And there's another one that I can't talk about, which is a really important cause, and we're going to make that for really not a lot of money, but it's something that I believe in. So, absolutely, and that's one of the great things about being able to do your larger, more commercial fare, is that, you know, you can fund yourself to do the smaller ones, and also you can bring your name to smaller ones, which increases, it helps movies being made in the independent world.
I think that's it, yeah?
Yeah, we can ask.
All right. You want a couple more? All right, all right. See, this is how nice he is. We're going to do just a couple more questions. Where is the microphone? Okay, there's a group there. Do you have one question?
If you hang about later, you'll find out.
Can you describe Dubai in one sentence?
Yeah, I was here once before. I would say it's flashy, sexy, and... She said one sentence.
She said one sentence, yeah.
Flashy. Sexy. Fascinating. Warm. Interesting.
have many questions, but I will only ask one. I am not a student, so, yes, no? But I'm willing to learn anything you'd like to teach me.
Is this a question or a request?
That's kind of an open question. That's kind of an open question. But I guess, I'm sorry, I have the microphone. I just have to ask you if you'll marry me.
It's up to you.
I have to ask my manager. Alan. Where's Alan? Okay, yes, let's do it.
Okay, all right. That's it. What?
Okay, now that we're getting ridiculous, I think that's probably time to wrap it up.
I think it's time to wrap it up. I mean, congratulations on the award.
You guys have been amazing.
Yeah, thank you again. Thanks to the Dubai Festival. Thank you for coming. Good night.
Oh, P.S. I love you too.